Well,
let's get the show started.
Welcome to Everything Commanders with your host, Plain King Buddha. Hail to the Commanders.
What's going on, Commanders family? Welcome to another episode of Everything Commanders. I am your host, Dream Team Buddha. So today is Wednesday. The guys got out there, they practiced today. And you know, we always waiting to see what the status of Jayden was going to be. And it turns out, he was not out there. In fact, we heard from Marcus Mariota and Dan Quinn today. So it's not looking too good for Jayden, but it's too early. It's too soon to count the young guy out. But before we get into this injury report for today, also we did sign Preston Smith. He did play for the Commanders, well, the Redskins at the time, back in 2015 to 2018. After his fourth season with the Commanders, he decided to go elsewhere, whatever the case may be. It was a mutual agreement. You know, we didn't give him a deal extension. He went to the Green Bay Packers, and we're going to touch on that a little later. But just in, the Washington Commanders did ink the deal, and the deal is official with the with DC. So that means that the Washington Commanders will be headed back to FedEx Field. We'll be headed back to RFK Stadium. So yeah, that is the good news. Now let me wait till some people get up in here. Let me make sure the stream is right. See who we got in here. I'm trying to start going live, y'all, because when I do these videos, by the time I'm finished with the production, you know, the news is already out. And I need to make sure that I be up on my P's and Q's when it comes to these videos. No excuses. So like I said, today we're going to be talking about the injuries. I just want to make sure my stream's set up right, y'all.
So you have company over and one of your friends...
One second. Bear with me, like I said, this trying to start going live. Okay, we looking real good. Alright. Like I said, let's go over this injury report. We got the injury report for Wednesday. This is the first of the week where the teams report their injuries. So we're going to go over these injuries that you can see I have on the screen. And let's just get through them, man. We know Jayden went out there today. So, but that's to be expected. It is what it is. Let me mute this real quick because that's going to be a little too loud. Let's get right to it. So tight end John Bates, we already know he has a groin injury. He did not practice today. Like I said, coach said it was a soft tissue injury, but we already knew it was a groin. He ain't practiced today. Noah Brown, he didn't practice today because he had a groin and a knee injury. Also, Coach Quinn said he feel better about him, you know what I'm saying, today than he did on Monday, so that might be a good sign. Not for him to play this week, though, but maybe in the following weeks or whatever the case may be. The biggest name of them all, quarterback Jayden, had a knee issue. We already know. We've seen it. We already spoke about it. He did not practice. Also, tight end Zach Ertz, Von Miller, Laramie Tunsil, all three of those guys had veteran rest days, so they didn't practice. So that's nothing to be alarmed about. Also, cornerback Trey Amos, he has a shoulder injury. Now, he did come out the game a little bit last Thursday against the Green Bay Packers. And he was limited today in practice. I'm pretty sure that's probably the shoulder he used to try to tackle Jordan Love. And Jordan Love pretty much ran through him. Pretty much manhandled him. Also, Brandon Coleman, shoulder. He was limited today. Running back Jeremy McNichols, we're going to need him. He's definitely great on third down. We're going to need somebody to kind of like step in for Austin Eckler when it comes to blocking. He had a hamstring injury. He was limited today. Also, tight end Colson Yankov, he got a hip injury. He was limited today. But anyway, like I said, y'all, the injuries are piling up. I asked you all the other day, would you rather Jayden Daniels to play or not play? You know, a lot of y'all said, you're right. Well, pretty much all of you all said that the ones who did respond said they're ready for him to sit this week, maybe next week, and kind of let things smooth over. And I told you I don't have a problem with whatever way they decide to do, whatever route they decide to go. I'm with it 100% because whatever's best for Jayden Daniels, that's what I'm all for. It ain't about my personal feelings. If I really want him to go out there because I know we need to bounce back and beat these Raiders, it ain't got nothing to do with that. Whatever they decide to do, I'm cool with it. From the looks of it, with him not being out there today, really doesn't say much, but nothing more than what we already knew. We already know the knee is pretty much banged up, but now it's looking like Marcus Mariota show for Sunday, and I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Marcus Mariota this Sunday, I think that will be a good thing for the Commanders. I don't think we'll lose a beat, skip a beat, or whatever the case may be. I think that we'll be fine with Marcus Mariota. Let me know what you think. What you think? You think Marcus Mariota, how you like Marcus Mariota this Sunday? I think he'll be fine, man. I think that he knows the offense. It's his second year in this scheme. He pretty much similar to Jayden Daniels' play style, but he's not Jayden Daniels. But I don't think that we would have a drop-off in no shape, form, or fashion. So that's a good thing to me if he do play. But they keep saying if. And they asking questions to Marcus Mariota. He spoke to the media today, and they was just asking him if it's anything different that he's going to do now that it's a chance that he will play in the game. He just pretty much say he already practiced as if he's going to be starting quarterback. And that's what you're supposed to do if you're a backup quarterback, if you're third string quarterback. You always supposed to practice as if you're going to be out there on the field. And that's what Marcus Mariota been doing. Although he's been injured the offseason dealing with a hamstring injury, now you see now he's not even on the injury report. So that's a good thing. So I would not mind seeing Marcus Mariota lead the Commanders to that dub Sunday because we got to get the dub, y'all. I know we 1-1. I know it's only it's week 3 now, but we don't want to fall behind too far from the Eagles, and we're gonna need all the wins we can get. And shout out to everybody that's in the chat right now. Like I said, I want to start doing these live videos and start getting this news to you all much faster. I know live isn't my thing for real. I'd rather cook up a whole show, do the production and everything added to get it out there to y'all and let y'all consume it. But I'm going to start doing live to get to you all a little bit faster. Also, we signed Preston Smith. If you've been a Redskin fan, if you ain't just became a Commanders fan last year because we had that magical year, if you've been here since day one, then you know about Preston Smith. We had Preston Smith. He was a second-round pick for the Washington Commanders. Him and Ryan Kerrigan paired together was pretty good, but it just wasn't top tier. But I will say it was what it was. But yeah, other than that, man, let me see if I can find his. Hold up. Preston Smith pretty good, y'all. Of course, he had the tail end of his career, whatever the case may be. But when he was here in 2015, he was pretty good. Like I said, he left, went to the Packers, whatever the case may be, and we moved on. Point blank period. It was no love lost. He did his thing over there with the Packers, but last year he was with the Steelers. And I think that he will actually help us, with that big body presence. They trying to replace Deatrick Wise. He's not Deatrick Wise. Honestly speaking, I think his career-wise, I think he's better than Deatrick Wise. But for what we needed Deatrick Wise for, I think Deatrick Wise would have fit the role better than Preston Smith. But listen, the jury's still out. We shall see how this thing turn out, come Sunday and moving on for the rest of the season. It's good to see Preston Smith back with the Commanders. I ain't mad at it at all. And like I told you all when the show first started, the Washington Commanders, the deal for the stadium, the deal for the Commanders moving back to RFK Stadium is official, y'all. So that's something to celebrate about right there. I love it. So, yeah, I'm looking. It was a whole bunch of BS going on earlier when it came to the stadium. They tried to throw some last minute things in there. Hold on, let me make sure. Am I talking? Am my mic not on? Let me make sure, hold up. Oh, okay, cool. I had to make sure, my bad, y'all. I'm looking at this thing right here. Let me look at the screen. Oh. My first time. I'm trying to get used to going live. I did not have my mic on. I actually had the camera mic on, and that audio was cheeks, and nobody said nothing. Shout out to y'all in the chat, man, for y'all ain't getting on my back about that. You know what I'm saying? Because that was pretty crazy right there. Wow. I had the wrong audio up. But anyway, we heard from some of the players today. It was good to hear from some of the players. John Bates spoke today. Preston Smith. Let me see if I can get this off the screen real quick. You heard from Javon Kinlaw, what he had to say. He spoke to Scott Abram, 7 News. Here's a little bit of what he had to say right here. Make sure you can hear it.
How's this team going to respond from a loss?
I mean, I'm sure we're going to respond the right way. The energy is right now. The energy is perfect. It's where it needs to be at, you know, so.
In terms of kind of looking back on that Packers game, what can you learn from?
Let me know if y'all can hear that in the chat.
Raiders game?
I think from a physicality standpoint, it was there. But we all left a couple plays on the table that we all wish we could have had back, especially.
Just had to make sure you can hear it.
A few things out there. But definitely mentally.
Ken all ready to go, y'all.
Respond the right way, man.
DQ was talking a little bit about today about turnovers, getting more takeaways.
Shout out to Scott,
it hasn't
man.
Been there yet.
Channel 7.
How can you guys generate that? Maybe sack, fumble. How does that happen?
Yeah, it starts in practice. The ball has always got to be on your mind, and some of the best that I've been around when it comes to getting the ball out, you see it. You see it all day in practice. They punch at the ball, they get at the ball. So the more we do it in practice, the more it's going to show up in the game.
Days to kind of rest up, reflect.
Right.
How's this?
Like I said, there was a couple of players that spoke earlier, and
obviously,
you also heard from Bill Crossing Merritt.
That's really tough, but obviously a good opportunity for you to get more reps, more carries. Bittersweet in a sense, knowing what happened to Austin, and now the opportunity you have in front of yourself.
Oh yeah, thankful for Austin.
Okay.
Yeah, I learned.
Shout out to Taylor.
Like, in a short time that
shout out to you.
Like, I'm just thankful,
I see your comments right here.
I'm ready to take advantage. I still got
this Bill Krosky Merritt on his road, you know what I'm saying, stepping in to be RB1 because this.
Earn their trust to be the starting running back. So I mean, I feel like I treat it like I'm still at the bottom. Like I mean, I don't think they're gonna change. My work ethic still gonna stay the same, and like I'm just hungry.
Explain that. How do you try to embrace this opportunity ahead of you here?
Just do my job and do whatever they got for me.
Bill, you guys have had a couple of days to digest this Packers loss. Been around the guys. How do you think this team's going to respond from a loss?
I think we're going to respond pretty well. We was happy to get back on the practice field today. It was a long weekend, like not being able to do nothing. But I feel like we had a lot of energy today.
Yeah, man. So Bill pretty much spoke on, the energy that was out there on the practice field today. He said the guys the atmosphere was how you expected to be, you know what I'm saying, what we was looking for. We need the atmosphere to be on 1,000 after taking that L against the Green Bay Packers. He's pretty much saying the guys are ready to bounce back from that game. They ready to move forward, hopefully, prayerfully, beat these Raiders, no matter if it's Jayden Daniels at quarterback or Marcus Mariota at quarterback. The one goal this Sunday is to beat those Las Vegas Raiders. They come to our town, our home. Hopefully the game is packed out. Hopefully the fans could get behind the Commanders and they don't just, fall off with the Commanders just because we took that L last Thursday night. So I'm looking forward to that game on Sunday. Like I said, my stance on Jayden Daniels, if he's going to play, if they're going to let him play, then long as he cleared to play, I'm all for it. I'm with it 100%. If he's injured and he cannot go, sit him on the bench, I'm with that 100%. I'm not looking forward to forcing them to get out there and play. Also, you heard from Trey Amos as well. Let me get to this article. See, Muriel Bowser, the mayor of D.C., said we're bringing the Commanders home and activating 180 acres on the banks of the Anacostia River. Let's win. Let's win. That's good news, y'all. Let's clap it up one more time for that, y'all. Let's clap it up. One more time. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The Commanders.
You know how it go. But look, man, this some good news right here, man. They talking about it right now. Look at Nikki Jabala talking about it. She said if the Commanders could stay on their construction timeline and open their new stadium by 2030, DC will have a shot at potentially hosting FIFA Women's World Cup matches in 2031. That'll be a good look for the city, y'all. The Super Bowl in 2032 and the Men's World Cup in 2033. You know it's going to be up because anytime you have a new stadium, they're going to start trying to put all these, they're going to try to bring all these national events to the stadium because we got something brand new and everybody going to pretty much want a part of it. So I look forward to that. Shoot, we can get that at the new stadium. I would love that. I would love that. It was a lot of stuff going on earlier. It was a lot of, and say DC Council gives final approval 11-2. Now, we were struggling for a minute, y'all. Although they announced that we going back to RFK Stadium, well, I don't think it'll be RFK site, but I don't know the name of the stadium, what they're going to name it. But the votes this time was 11-2. You know, Phil Mendelssohn, he was one of the reasons why the Commanders couldn't get over the hump as far as the voting, but he was with everything. They try to throw some last-minute nuances in the contract, in the deal, to try to, you know, force a fast one on the Commanders. But Josh Hirsch and his group, they was like, nah, we're not going for that. Not going to happen. But luckily, they ironed out all the kinks, and they voted on it 11-2 for the Washington Commanders on the old RFK site. After 3 decades, the team is coming back to D.C. That's good news, y'all. That's good news. Who we got in the chat, man? You know, this live thing a little weird for me. You know what I'm saying? I'd rather, like I said, I'd rather package it up. But y'all talk to me. Let me know who y'all got in the chat. Let me see what we got right here. If nobody in the chat, then we gonna wrap this one up. Right here. Let me know where y'all from. Drop a hail to the Commanders in the chat, if you will. Yeah. And shout out to all the love I was getting on the other videos, man. But I'm going to start doing these live things right away so I can get right before you as soon as the news drop. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up on your way out or on your way in. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you turn the bell notifications on so that way I can keep you in the know with everything Commanders, y'all. Yes, sir. Let me see what else we got right here. I'm going to kind of hang out for another 5 minutes before I get up off here just to kind of get, like, used to this live feel because I definitely want to at least go live at least 2 or 3 times a week, man. I think I can do it. Okay, the team has put up a post from Josh Hirsch. Let me make sure you can see that. Hold up. Let me fix that so you can see that. It says today is a historic day for DC, the Commanders organization, and our fans. With the council's approval, we can now move forward on the transformative RFK project that will bring lasting economic growth for our city. This achievement wouldn't have been possible without the dedication and collaboration between Mario Bowser, Chairman Mendelssohn, the council, and the countless community, business, and labor leaders whose voices and input helped shape the process every step of the way. We are deeply grateful for the warm return to the district and the center of the DMV, and look forward to officially bringing the team back to its spiritual home in 2030. Josh Hirsch, Commanders managing partner. Raise hell, man. Raise hell, man. I got to get it one more time. Raise hell, man. Raise hell, man. Yes, sir, man.
We are the Commanders. We are.
You know what it is. But earlier, man, I was just worried, man. I thought that we might be pushing this back a little further, or whatever the case may be. But that wasn't the case. They was able to get it done. But shout out to the Commanders, man. Like I said, man, if you want to see more lives like this, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And we can lock in, man. Let's definitely lock in. I'm definitely going to do a little more lives. I'm at least going 20 minutes. At least. I got to get better at this live thing. I could do the production all day in the paint. But yeah, shout out to everybody that tuned into the chat or whatever the case may be, tuned into this video. Thanks for coming in and kicking it with your boy. And before I go, long live my brother Rico. May he rest in peace. Definitely going to make sure I represent his name every time I'm on the stream. Long live Rico. Before I go, let me see if I can put my left hand up. You can see it. Left hand up. Who are we? The Commanders. I'm going to catch y'all on the